Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. I'm here to do your weekly zodiac reading for Pisces for the week, February 17th, 2020 through, I think it's the 24th, actually. That's the day I have my interview. Okay, so yeah, the 24th. So let's take a look and see what's up for you, Pisces. In the house? Well, I'm a Pisces rising, so I'm going to have to go back and listen to my own shit. All right. The World card. Don't forget Mercury retrograde is coming up. So first thing that I'm noticing for you is you have the Eye of Suspicion. That came up for Aquarius as well. And this is taking evidence from people instead of like just listening to what they're saying. You're watching what it is they're doing. I am seeing the Five of Cups. That tells me that you're suspicious. I call that my Loch Ness Monster because the Loch Ness Monster is always the myth that no one can prove. But I do see Two of Cups, which is balance. I see the Ten of Coins. Nine of Swords, though. The thing I worry about with the Nine of Swords is sometimes we get stuck in those phases where we don't feel like we're being effective. It feels as if, like, you could be talking and someone's not listening, or you could be doing all the right things and they're just like zoned out, like not paying attention, or maybe a job that you're doing at work. It doesn't feel as if you're being effective, no matter what you do. So Knight of Cups, Judgment card. So the Judgment card's been showing up quite a bit. And when we have that card, it's just pure pressure. It's pressure cooker. It's tension. It's all of that. But I'm seeing for you, Pisces, that the Knight of Swords, right here, Knight of Cups, is all about being emotional. So if you found yourself being emotional, there's a lot of that going on. To where you're feeling like they're a little bit untethered, so to speak. I'm also seeing the Five of Coins, which is you're starting to actually have money to go put toward, whatever it is that your needs are and really attack some of that. And then you have some new things that are coming up you're worried about. But what's true is you have all of the resources and the money to take care of that. You've got the Sun card and the Magician, so you're taking on something new. This is you being in leadership, taking center stage, taking your life on, and really just starting to plan for the future, make sure that the things that you need are in alignment with where you want to go. You're really paying close attention to the people that are around you. You're either halfway there or you've got a structure established that you're very happy with. Lately, you've felt that things have gotten significantly easier and you've surrounded yourself by friends and family. You've started to keep your circle small. You're very hyper aware of who contributes what in your life. And the Six of Swords is all about things getting easier. The storm has passed. The weather's clearing. You're starting to pay attention to things in a much different way. And there's the Fate card. You're starting to feel as if things are lining up for you finally. No matter what you've done in the past, you've come out of this total shit show, so to speak, because you do have the Judgment card, and that's all about that pressure. And it kind of feels like you can finally breathe. Ladies, it's like taking the bra off. You can finally relax. You can finally take your guard down. Gentlemen, take your belt off, like shoes off, whatever it is. It's like you can finally get comfortable and take a breath because the storm is past, and you can really start to collect on that. Because you've had this little squinty eye going on for a little while because you don't want to trust. You're worried about like believing the fable, believing that it can be this good. But right now, the winds of change are here for you. We have the Fate card, the Wheel of Fortune, which is telling us that you're starting to come on the cusp of getting into that alignment. Okay, but you've got some really beautiful cards, Pisces. You've got the Fate card. You're right where you're supposed to be. You've got Celebration and the Magician. You've got the fullness of things, which is the Sun, where you can enjoy family and your money and your lover and all the elements, spirituality are starting to grow together at the same time. This is in direct proportion to having the Judgment card. You've got the World card here too. The Judgment card is all of that tension and pressure that's finally broke. And the problem is it's gone on for so long that you weren't sure that you can trust this lull. So is this just a pocket of clouds going away for a minute, or did the storm actually clear? So you still have that little weak, hesitant step in you right now, but you've got all of these really beautiful cards. I believe you can trust it the way that it's looking. I get it, Pisces. You know, you're always going on your feelings and stuff, and expect relationship stuff to move quickly. Speaking of relationship stuff, I'm going to call this your sun reading. So this is your sun reading, how people see you, what's going on. And then we're going to pull the moon reading, which is I don't know if that even applies or it'll work. But I do have the Mystic Dreamer card. So we're going to pull apart what your relationship behavior is looking like right now. I can't do a relationship reading, obviously, because I kind of need to have individuals in front of me to pick those apart in those finer details. However, I am going to pull your relationship card, or 10. Drama, 8 of Swords, hopeless, Page of Wands, feeling like you got to make the decisions to travel. Things are changing with your relationships too. In the past, because this is your back row here, you've got the 8 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. You've kind of lost a little hope with how people are showing up and getting disappointed. But I do see the 6 of Wands of it just victory. So let's move forward and see how this pays out. Boom, life change. You have the Death card. So the Death card is one of my favorite cards in the deck, believe it or not. And the Lover's card, my least favorite, besides, well, the Tower card. I'm not even worried about the Tower card, but when I see the Lover's card, sometimes it just trips my bells. I'm like, no, that's going to be trouble. But I do see the Death card, which means life change. And this is the victory we were talking about, 2 of Cups, which is balance. So even though you had all this dramatic stuff going on in the background, I do see that you've put the work in, okay? You've done the investment, you've put the work in, you've got the 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups is all about balance. So continue to be charitable with the people that you love. But you feel like you got to just stay the course and be supportive for others. You've been lied to, so you're very careful with your judgment. You have been very kind and very giving, and you don't want to repeat those lessons, especially when it comes to people close to you asking for money or favors, and just tapping you out, so to speak. So again, 6 of Swords is literally the card that represents things getting easier. You have the 6 of Swords with the other deck if you want to rewind, but if you notice, there's always a congruency between the first deck and the second one somewhere. And this one right here is the 6 of Swords. The storm has cleared. You can breathe. Okay, let's pull a card from Divination of the Ancients for you guys. I'm Karma. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know where you are in the world, how you liked your reading. Subscribe, share, stick around. If you want a one-on-one with me, karmaondeck.com. Tomorrow's pretty wide open, or I should say later today. Okay, Pisces, this is going to be for you. Okay, I knew you were going to get something complicated. It's not all that complicated. However, this one here is just all about getting back to nature. It's about getting into connection with the Mother Earth, getting in connection with your inner self, getting in connection with sitting still, taking things in. So, Ogam, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Never heard the word before in my life until I saw this deck. I learned to think. Nature. The mystery of the old ways beckon. Tap into the ancient wisdom of the ancestors and connect with the magic of nature. Embrace the delicious warmth of the sun. Breathe out the purity of the air. Feel the earth under your feet and cleanse yourself in streams and rivers. So is it a cleansing time for you, Pisces? Is it time for you to get out in nature? There, Grandma gets to read now. Remember, you are part of the natural world. Through your lifetimes, you have accumulated great knowledge. Haha. And you can tap into that if you meditate. You have accumulated great knowledge. Now seek the wise teaching of the trees. They are the wisdom keepers who have stood by silently, witnessing every detail of passing centuries. Spend time outside with these gentle giants. They hold the keys to your past. Allow them to unlock the remembrance you hold deep within. You are ready to be unleashed. You've been leashed for too long. So, incantation for the week, dear Pisces. My hand doth run across the bark of tall trees standing tall and stark. Memories of old, now rebirthed, ancient signs, answers unearthed. And then it says here too, you have Druid, pagan, or Celtic connections through your bloodline. Interesting. There you go, Pisces. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys next time. Love and light to you. Blessed be.